What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Margarita, and today we have a special guest.
What's up, guys? My name is Leo.
And today Leo and I are going to be talking our quarter 1 wins and what we learned from them and what we're going to do moving forward. Okay, so a couple months ago, Leo and I did a brainstorming session on how we were going to take our store from $10,000 to $15,000 days to $30,000 days. That was in February. It is April now, and we're still between $10,000 and $15,000 days. Yes, but our profit margins have skyrocketed. We have actually made more money than we expected. Even though we kept the same revenue, profit has been way higher. So we are so excited to tell you guys all of our quarter 1 wins and how you can maybe implement some things in your own business. So one of our biggest quarter 1 wins actually comes from one of our biggest mistakes of 2022, which was cutting expenses. We were able to cut thousands of dollars in expenses.
Yeah, so we went from $60,000 in expenses to $30,000, and most of that was contractors and just like payroll expenses. Like we were just paying like one person to like do one thing when, you know, they could have been doing like so many more things. And yeah.
And most of that comes from us. We wanted to be the cool boss. We wanted it to be like a fun atmosphere to work. And we didn't want people to feel overwhelmed. And we wanted our team to be happy and not overwhelmed. Like Leo said, we would have one person doing one job. Or like we would have 3 people doing one job pretty much, just so one person wouldn't feel overwhelmed. In hindsight, that's actually really dumb. And that is not efficient at all. I know you said that we had $60,000 in expenses, but I'm pretty sure it was a bit more than that.
Yeah, we did have a lot more.
So how did we realize that we had so many expenses?
Well, the first thing is that we looked at our books and then like our P&L, we were like going down, and I was just like, what's going on? We were averaging a good amount of profit. Like end of the month or like the beginning of the month, our P&L would just be negative. So we would literally be losing money even though we were profiting. And I was like, what's going on? It's our contractors or the apps we had or a bunch of things.
So it actually hit us in December. I was in Colombia. Leo went to Colombia to go see me, and he sat me down and he's like, we lost $40,000 this month. I was like, what? So that's when we really started going into the subscriptions that we had, those one-time things that you sign up and you forget to take them off. We had $5,000 in subscriptions that we didn't use. We were paying $3,000 plus for Shopify with all of the apps, some that we didn't use, the contractors. We let go of a lot of team members, some that weren't even doing anything. You know, the person is not supposed to be working for your team if you fire them and nothing changes. Then we started thinking like, what was this person doing that when they left, nothing in the business changed, improved, got worse? What were they doing?
Yeah, it's pretty bad. When nothing changes, or like even worse, where like there's no absence of work or there's nothing that needs to get like replaced like they were doing, that's worse. I'm just like, oh my gosh, that means they were literally pointless. And it sucks. And we always thought about it as in like, oh, we're firing someone, but I heard this concept of like, we're also limiting them from, you know, becoming great or doing something else that they really, really want. So it's not always firing. Sometimes they just have to be let go.
So what are we doing differently now? Obviously, we're hiring better people. Even now, we've cut $30,000 plus in expenses per month. We are still gonna go into our subscriptions, take note of what we're actually using, what we're not using, just looking at the little expenses, because the $100 to $50 a month, they add up, and we're gonna be a lot more cautious about that moving forward.
Like as you're growing every single month, right? Like we're always trying to grow, we're always trying to get more revenue, more profit, whatever. Like every quarter, you should always look at your expenses, and even though you're growing, you should figure out the things that you can cut. You can go through your QuickBooks, you can go through the expenses on Shopify, on like billing, or you can just look at your bank statements if you don't use QuickBooks. You can just look at stuff that you're literally overpaying, and you have to be doing that every 3 months or at least every 2 months to really profit.
That was number 1. Our second win that we had in quarter 1 was that we got really good UGC content with a different strategy that we had used before, but we didn't know how important it actually was for our content creation process and for our ads. The best UGC strategy that has worked for us thus far is meeting up in person with a UGC creator, meeting up with them for an hour to 2 hours, and getting a whole bunch of clips ourselves. So we see what works in the ads manager, we see what has worked with different affiliates, influencers, and UGC creators prior. So we already know what clips we want and are gonna work for us. So when we meet up with this UGC creator, we meet up with her every like 2 months. We have a whole bunch of different clips that we need her to get. So we'll give her the phone sometimes and have her do facial expressions. We'll have scripts for her to read. This UGC strategy has worked really well for us. She actually went to school with me in high school. I posted it on my Instagram story. I was like, you looking for a UGC creator in Tampa? She reached out and we've been working with her for almost a year. Just getting clips of her.
So like we've had clips that worked for like 2 years and we just keep on using them because they're really, really good clips. We used to think like, oh, it's like just one video or just one clip, or what is the actual like return on this? Because we're only doing this one time. But if it's really, really good content and really good clips, you can reuse them, repurpose them, change the angle, change the hooks or whatever, change the sounds, and you can use them for a very long time.
Okay, our third big win of Q1 was that we hired a superstar.
And like how Margarita was saying before, we didn't have the hiring process down. We didn't understand it. But until this point, we figured out that, you know, like everyone says, hire slow, fire fast, but we didn't understand it. We started hiring people and like within like a week or two, we were like, this is not gonna work out, whatever. You're not efficient, it's not giving the outcomes that we want, you're gonna have to go. But before that, we didn't know that.
We were leaving people on the team for way longer than they needed to. I don't even know why.
Yeah.
I guess we felt bad that we were firing them, or we thought that they would change over time or learn more. And honestly, we switched that up. As soon as we hire someone, we let them know the expectations, even before hiring someone. We let them know that we are fast paced, there's a lot of workload, we're consistently learning. We kind of like just break down the business and we let them know, like, is this something that you want to do? If it is, okay, but you're going to be on a 30-day probation. Like, we're going to see if it's going to work out for 30 days. If it doesn't work out, honestly, we can tell within the week now. For example, we hired 2 video editors, the superstar that we told you that was one of our wins, and another girl. Hired them at the exact same time, let them know all the expectations, did the training, everything. Within 1 week, one of them was fired. For real, like, we are not playing around anymore. Like, don't waste our money, don't waste our time. And then all of that energy that we were gonna give to both of them, now we can give all of the energy to one of our video editors, and she is literally a superstar.
Yeah.
She is beyond anything that we expected.
Yeah, so we hired our first like actual superstar, really. And I think that came down to a lot of things. First of all, we hired through experience. And I know a lot of people don't like this, but we hired through our network. We have both big personal brands on Instagram, TikTok, and you know, Margarita has this YouTube channel. So we benefited from our own network because there's a lot of people that want to be like us, aspire to be like us. So we're like, hey, you know what? Hey, let's work with us and let's make some money together. And then the third thing was just our hiring process. We just nailed it down. We made it quicker, we made it simpler. If it doesn't work, okay, you gotta go. And that's it. We set those expectations so well, and I think that led us to our first superstar.
And then this was not an overnight thing because we had been hiring for this position since April of last year, correct?
Correct. Yeah.
So in total for this ad editing position, we have hired 7 people. And it's after these 7 people that we kind of broke down like, okay, this person will probably not work. This person like has potential. Let's build them up. Let's give them any training that they need. And now we kind of know what we're looking for, but it definitely took us 7 tries to finally find our superstar.
And also, I think a lot of that is that we didn't know what the perfect fit was. So like, we didn't know what a superstar looked like. We were just getting B talent and we were getting C talent. We didn't know that when someone with A talent joined the team, they were gonna skyrocket. We just didn't know. We weren't aware of that. But yeah, it was pretty cool.
We hired, I think, 3 of the 7 different people to be TikTok video editors that didn't use TikTok. Like, what were we doing?
They were video editors, okay, like.
They were video editors, but there's a difference between video editing and knowing how TikTok works.
It sounds pretty common sense, but been there, done that.
Okay, so our third and fourth big Q1 wins is that we hired a superstar and we fired people who were not superstars really fast. Our 5th biggest win of Q1 was that we increased our average order value. This is definitely my cup of tea because this is one of the biggest projects that I took on this quarter. First of all, to be able to spend a little bit more money advertising, especially with rising ad costs, it was my job to make them pretty much profitable. So what I did is that we already had digital products, but we added a gamified cart. Whenever someone adds something to their cart, if they add more things to their cart, they get free shipping, they get free products, and it just makes adding to cart more of a game for them to add more.
Also, it adds incentives. So instead of just like, hey, buy this, get this. It's like, hey, spend more money and then get like a little bonus or get like this extra incentive to purchase more things. It's not just like, hey, purchase more things.
I added this app to our store called Rebuy, and it is the same app that Vibrosculpt uses, that Snow Teeth Whitening uses, that all these big brands use to increase their average order value. So we added it to our cart and we've seen a huge increase in average order value. Another incentive that we've had this quarter that we already started out was adding more products. So we've added an MRR product to our store, which is actually launching this Friday. And then I have 3 other products currently in production that should be increasing not only our average order value, but our lifetime customer value, which is gonna be really cool, going from drop shipping to building this brand and now having repeat customers.
Anyone wants to take any snippet from this, I think the most important thing is you have to always work on your average order value and you have to always get the most profit per customer. Because at the end of the day, there's someone spending in the same market, there's someone spending with similar products that is outspending you. So if you can get more profit per customer every single time, which means increasing your average order value, you can win and you can compete.
So we took our average order value in quarter 1 from about $74 to $82 on average.
And our 6th quarter 1 win is that we added TikTok organic. And I'm going to add to that because it's not just TikTok organic, but it's also everything organic.
Right, so whenever we hired the superstar, she was the one that told us, she's like, so you guys don't run any organic? And we were like, no, we just do ads. She was like, why? And we were like, because we're good at running ads. And then she was like, if I have like extra time, can I start posting organic? And we were like, okay, yeah, sure, go for it. Like, why not? Tell me how it started working. I think like within her first week posting organic, we got a 9 million view video organically. Other things that happened whenever we started posting organically. We started repurposing those organic videos, posting them on Instagram, YouTube Shorts. So that one content piece, like we do this with our ads, but we never did it organically. So now we were posting organically on all platforms. What happened next was the craziest to me. Whenever our customers and people that followed us on social media saw that we were posting organically, they started posting our product more and tagging us.
So it was a win-win because one piece of content was major distributed to multiple channels, and then our customers were pretty much running ads for us because they were tagging us, they were saying, hey, get this product, hey, do this and that. And I was like, what is going on?
Yep, so now our ad team and our influencer team can now reach out to our customers and see if we can repurpose their content, if we can repost it, if we can use it for advertising. And that kind of caused a trickle effect that we had so much more content coming in. Not only that, but our brand actually runs a pretty big affiliate program, and not a lot, but a good percentage of our revenue every month comes from our affiliates. So customers posting, they were using their affiliate link, telling their friends to buy through their affiliate link, and our affiliate revenue also saw an increase due to us just posting organically.
Yeah, I think it was crazy. Just like organic and like taking it seriously, it made the brand feel alive.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I guess we were treating it still like a drop shipping store when we've actually built this name for ourselves, when we're a well-known brand specifically on TikTok and now on Instagram. So it kind of made it more of a real thing.
Yeah, it was like a real thing. It's like, oh, they're reposting, they're posting back, they're commenting, they're like, it's like a real interaction thing.
And then we see all these happy customers, like real life happy customers seeing results from the product, telling their friends to buy. And recently we added a post-purchase survey. And one of the questions is, how did you hear about our brand? And a lot of people are saying word of mouth. So the next Q1 win, I already dipped a little bit into it, but it is that we added MRR, which is something that we really were pushing since last year. Like our friends and people from social media were telling us, add MRR, add MRR. We wanted to do it the right way because we know a lot of people are doing it black hat, and we want to keep our brand very clean and just like keep the name clean. So whenever it comes time to sell the brand, we can sell it for a lot of money. So we kind of like brushed off MRR for the longest amount of time. And then finally we pulled the trigger. We were like, if we want to increase lifetime value of these customers, not only do we need to add more products, but I feel like MRR is just like a great way to incorporate it. Not Not only that, but our affiliates are going to be super happy also making monthly recurring revenue from MRR. Oh, and if you don't know what MRR is, it's pretty much subscription. It's called monthly recurring revenue, and you can add it with just things that run out that people need to refurbish over time.
And the 8th thing that we did for Q1 as a win is that we simplified our business.
Pretty much we took it back to where we started. Let me tell you guys the story because this kind of has a little story time attached to it. We simplified our business back to how it was whenever we first made $1 million a month and then $2 million a month. And pretty much the workflow was that the content creator makes content, they post it on TikTok, we launch it as ads, and then we scale it, period. So last April, we hired somebody, again with the hiring, that didn't like the way that our business was so simple, and she wanted to make it so complex. Like Leo's literally crying, and so am I. So now instead of the video editor just posting the content and us running ads, they had to post the content on Asana, then it had to be reviewed by her, and then by Leo, and then a VA had to download the video, post it on TikTok, and then the ads were launched. What? So, and then we ran with this for 6 months because like she just said it was like way more organized and we weren't organized before, and it added so many steps that just kind of ruined the flow of our content creator. Our content creators are there to be creative and to be on TikTok and to scroll and to be on trends, not to be checked and verified and 2 verification processes. Like, no, absolutely not. We cleared that whole thing and we went right back to basics. And as soon as we went back to basics, revenue skyrocketed.
Yeah, and huge disclaimer, I don't want you guys to think that we're like blaming anyone, because we at the end of the day made the hire and we are 100% responsible for all these things.
Yeah, we approved it.
It wasn't like her, even though we're saying it's her and like all that, it was 100% our fault. Not just the ad system, but our business in general, like what we were trying to do. We were trying to get traffic to our store. Okay, cool. How do we do that? Ads, TikTok organic, affiliates. There's so many things that we were just like, okay, cool. Like if we just simplified our business, how do we get people to buy? Where are they? The people that want to buy our products, where are they? It's just like simple ass questions that we weren't asking ourselves, and it just like made sense. I was like, okay, cool. Like if they're buying from here and if they see it from here, how do we get them to our website to check out? Like it's just like, it was so complicated for no reason. And the moment we simplified it, we made it a lot easier, just a lot less stress, and we worked a lot less too. Yeah.
Complexity does not mean more money.
Yeah, and it's also harder to do the simple stuff. Like we say we simplified our business, but it was a lot harder to simplify our business. Anyone can give you a whole mumbo jumbo, like can just spill all these jargons and all these code words and make it sound so fancy and make it sound so good. This new process is going to work. But the more complex it is, I promise you, the more complex it is, the harder it is to scale, because it's just harder. It's just like way harder to sell. I'm so thankful for that very painful lesson. I'm so thankful for like losing all that money, because it taught us so freaking much about like growth and like just business.
And not only business, but how we wanted to run our business. We didn't want to run a business that felt corporate, and we hated it.
Yeah.
Never did I want to wake up every morning and not want to work on my business because it felt corporate. And that's how it got to that point, that we were on these team meetings and like Asana and this and that. Like like that's not the business we're running. We are creating content. We are just scaling this in a different, new, I guess, Gen Z way, and it's way better like this, honestly. Way more chill now. And the 9th thing in Q1 that we consider one of our biggest wins is offers. And I'm gonna let you take this one because I know this is your cup of tea right here.
Ooh, I'm coming in hot. Okay, so ever since I read 100 Million Offers by Alex Ramosi, of course, like every other entrepreneur, is obsessed with offers after reading that. I looked at our store and I was like, it's just missing. It's missing something. It's missing love, and it's missing that attraction of like when you first visit the store, what is the offer? What is the thing that it makes you feel literally dumb if you don't purchase it right now, right then. So we changed our offers. We've tried so many offers. I cannot tell you how many offers we've tried because it has been a lot. We've probably tried I don't know. We were just counting. I think it was probably like 7 or 8 offers. And by the way, like this isn't like a just one day try. We tried it for weeks.
But our 30% off was just not working anymore, especially during this recession. People were like, they don't care about our 30% off anymore.
Yeah, so we changed the offer just to add in incentives. And if you guys want to take anything away from this is, I guarantee you, if you give them an extra incentive to purchase your product, besides just a regular percentage off, they are more likely to purchase. I gave an example on my latest YouTube video is like if you have a heated vest and then you give them free heated socks as a complimentary purchase for buying the heated vest, they're more likely to purchase from your store than the competitors because it's a better offer.
Well, our current winning offer is get our product plus a free complimentary product. But we've also tried bundles, like our product with a whole bunch of other complimentary products added to it. We've tried free shipping, and we've tried creating like course bundled program with our product and just adding a whole bunch of digital products to it. We've honestly tried so many things, finally come to our personal offer that works the best, which is buy our product, get a complimentary product for free.
100%. We learned a lot.
Definitely a pro tip, read 100 million offers.
Okay.
And 2, just know that during this economic times, people just need an extra little push to finish checking out, to feel like they're gonna get the most bang for their buck. If they feel like they're getting the most bang for your buck, they're gonna feel happy with their purchase, they're not gonna have buyer's remorse, and they're just gonna be overall happy. So what can you give them extra?
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be this crazy thing. You don't have to like give them a free car. Like they don't need a free car, okay? They just need something else like that makes them feel a little bit more special compared to your competition. I would say like if you're just like 5-10% better than the competition and it's just a better offer, then you're gonna win. And remember, you're just one offer away from scaling a product. So. And
then our last Q1 win, we've actually had a lot more wins, but like these are like the core wins, is email marketing. We were not using it to its full potential. I don't know when it was that we realized that we were just one email away from making an extra 2K a day, and that's when we really just started tapping more into it.
I don't know when it was, but like the day we looked at it, we're like, okay, look, we looked at the campaigns, we're like, oh yeah, they produce a lot of revenue, but we don't really send them out a lot.
We were sending like 3 a month. Every single time it was profitable. And we use Klaviyo, and you don't have to pay to send emails. You already just pay the monthly membership. And we weren't even using it the way we should. So once we tapped into that, we saw a huge increase in revenue and profit, of course. All of the marketers online are always like, email marketing, grow the email list. And we were like, yeah, nah, we're good.
No, we're good. We're good. There's a Firestone over there like, hey, emails, they're killing it. They're killing it. We're like, no, we'll pass.
Not us, thanks. We've changed now. Now we definitely prioritize our emails. We have an email marketer through Upwork that we hired, and she sends, I don't know, like 3 emails a week now. So from 3 emails a month to 3 emails a week, and then extra emails if we're gonna have like, let's say a weekend sale or something like that.
Or a product launch or something like that.
Product launch, yeah. All right, you guys, so those were our Q1 wins. We highly recommend that at the end of every quarter you go and just write all of your wins, no matter how big, no matter how small. Just write them all down, and it's going to give you a perspective on how much you've grown in the quarter. Because although our revenue didn't really skyrocket this quarter, I think we were in a steady $300,000, $350,000 a month in revenue. All of these wins show us that revenue is not the only way to measure success. It's also the little things, the little lessons that you're learning on the day-to-day that compound and actually make a difference in the long run.
And it's vital for your success, especially comparison. Sometimes we don't know how much we've grown. We don't know how much we've done something. But if you list them out and you're like, hey, I wasn't doing this the previous quarter and I was doing this now in this new quarter, you can be like, oh wow, we've grown. Even though we haven't in the number, it's like, hey, we've actually grown and we're doing a lot better to really prepare for the next quarter and the next quarter and the next quarter. So yeah, it's really important. So
we're gonna take on all these lessons, apply them, and hopefully Q2 we're gonna make way more profit than we did Q1.
100%.
All right, you guys, so those were our Q1 wins. If you like this video, definitely like, subscribe, follow me on Instagram at Miss Margarita.
Drop a comment below if you have any questions or anything. And then follow me at leo.isiano.
All right, you guys. Catch you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.